Rolling.
Facebook,
What's up?
what's happening? We're standing next to a garbage can.
It's a glamorous life.
The Code 8 campaign, which we relaunched, has now made $1.69 million, hurtling towards $2 million.
More. 1.97.
That's what I meant, 1.97. I flipped it upside down. $1.97 million, which is almost $250,000 since we relaunched the campaign. Thank you so very much. We've got a lot of good stuff coming at $2 million, but we'll talk about that at the end of this. We got a couple of Q&As that have been cultivated from my page.
I haven't seen them. I think Steve has seen them already, and he's probably like prepped some answers.
No.
I haven't seen anything.
Anyone that knows my Q&As know that I'm just as good off the cuff as I am when I prepare. Okay, so we've got four good ones, and then we've got a speed round. All right, Christy West asks, are you guys currently trying to get this nationwide? How does that work when an independent film like this? Does someone pick it up and release it, or do you guys do all of that?
That's way more than one question. Moving on.
But I mean, I think it's a general question, as in what happens when we're done filming. After we shot the short, and when we were in the process of financing this film, which extends far beyond just the Indiegogo campaign, we had a variety of options. One was to sell it to a studio, the other was to do it all ourselves and then decide what we were going to do with it on the B side. We chose the latter option.
If we're gonna screw this up, we're gonna screw it up ourselves. The truth is, we wanted to make the movie that we wanted to make. We think, we're big fans of the genre. We think we can deliver something to you guys that you will love. Selfishly, we didn't want to answer to anybody. The other thing is, because of the way that we've structured the movie, we had a very rare opportunity to do something by ourselves.
Yeah.
And we can sell it when the time comes. Ideally, the beginning of your question, we would love this to go nationwide. We would love this to go worldwide.
Worldwide.
Yeah.
Because certainly the campaign has reached people on a global level. We've
We're
got
doing
supporters.
premieres worldwide.
We're doing premieres worldwide. So could land at a studio, could land at a variety of different studios, could land at one of the newer streaming services. Hopefully it doesn't suck, and we have a choice.
The better it is, the more options we'll have.
Nuha Azmi, it's her 22nd birthday today. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We as fans have seen everything go smoothly for Code 8 from an outside perspective, but obviously behind the scenes everything is a lot more different. Not really. What has been the biggest challenge of bringing this movie to life, and has there been a lot of challenges that you weren't really expecting?
One really large difficulty, Steven's schedule.
Seems like a recurring theme. I've got a tough schedule.
He's working his ass off.
A longer television season than... I don't think anyone works a longer television season. Except maybe the people that do VFX on Game of Thrones.
Sure.
But that doesn't count. No. In terms of in front of the camera,
Steve wrapped. He got a month off.
Yeah.
And now he will shoot with us until the Friday before the Monday he goes back to work. Only other two things we've run into. One is weather. We can't control that. It's out of our hands, sadly. But it's been pretty great to us so far. We had a little bit of rain. Actually kind of worked. Made it look gloomy and, kind of shitty. And
rain always makes things look better.
Yeah. Just ask
the guy that films in Vancouver. Nothing screws us up worse than a sunny day in February in Vancouver.
Other than that, it has been smooth sailing, which is amazing. It's been a really fun way to make a movie. Everybody that's on board, including the Transpo guys, if you're, are super excited about it.
Yeah.
Like, it's rare for, some of the guys that move the trucks and really do a ton of the stuff behind the scenes to be like, I watched the short film. I'm so pumped for you guys. I'm really excited for the movie. Like, my kids loved it. My wife loved it. It's been awesome. Yeah. So everybody's excited.
It's very cool. A lot of times when you're shooting a pilot or something like that, people have no idea what the concept is. But anyone that's working on this movie can just go on code8.com or YouTube and watch the short. And I think as a proof of concept, it has invigorated people.
Yeah.
Aiden Arbuckle says, this is probably a silly question, but will the Code 8 film pick up with the short film left off and be a continuation of that?
No. Mainly because, well, Steven wasn't in the short films, and he's not the drone pilot anymore.
That's right.
If you watch the short film, he voiced it over, which was pretty fun. But no, so the whole concept behind the short film was just to give you guys kind of a proof of concept and world builder. It takes place in the same world. It's Lincoln City. 4% of the population is born with some kind of
spoilers
ability, and you get to see. I'm playing a similar or same character, but you get to see a different path. Steven and I cross paths. You get to meet his character. There's some bad guys. There's some good guys.
This takes us to our next question. Jenny George asks, now that you guys have the opportunity to share many scenes and actually exchange dialogue, did you surprise each other at all in any aspects of how you work? For example, how you prepare for or approach a scene, or how you get into character? And what's the best part of working together?
We don't actually talk to each other in the movie, so
We do.
it's been awesome. I said to Steve, we had a blast shooting the Flash episode where we got to do the superhero team up.
I mean, it was the middle of the night and we didn't have any dialogue, and I was shooting another episode of the concurrent television show. But yeah, no, we had an awesome time.
But the first few days of filming were just Steve and I.
Yeah.
Can't tell you what we were doing because it's a spoiler, but you guys are gonna really dig the scene. It was awesome, and it was cool. It was the beginning of our relationship in the movie, and we had never worked together, so it was really nice to kind of build from there. I don't know if Jeff planned it that way or not, but it's a blast. I mean,
Nothing really surprised me about how Robbie works. I think that how we both work are extensions of our own personality, which are concurrently very similar because of genetic makeup, but also very different. And if that makes sense. But if there are differences,
some things are exactly the same.
Yeah, but if there are differences, they're so far apart on the spectrum that they're actually pretty much the same. All right, we've got a speed round. Okay,
All right.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Keep your answers short.
Okay.
Ann Cassetta says, you're going away for a week. You can only bring one shirt/t-shirt. Which one do you bring?
My Code 8 shirt.
I bring my Nakatomi Plaza shirt, which, if you've been following me over the course of my vacation, if it looks like I'm wearing it every day, it's because I'm wearing it every day.
It's not actually true, by the way. My favorite shirt, they don't make them anymore. It used to be Steven's wife's company, Alex May.
Alex May.
I have so many of these. They're my favorite shirts. They're so comfortable.
Where are they?
I hit her up all the time, like, hey, do you have any more shirts? She's like, let me check the boxes.
Jessica Delicta asks, which is one thing you admire in each other? And second part is, do we ever have prank wars?
I've looked up to Steve for a long time. When we were kids, we used to. This isn't a short answer. Anyway,
come
I
on.
was like,
Together.
I always looked up to him, and we were super close. And then he's 7 years older than me, and when he was 15, I was 8, and there wasn't a ton of middle ground. And then when we both moved to LA, or we were both in LA, we fell back into being buddies. And I still admire a lot of the same things. Like I love what he does, not only on screen but off screen with his family and his wife and his daughter. And so I've just, all around, I've always looked up to Steve.
Robbie was a big inspiration for me for when it came to actually getting into the business, because there was such a... Artists can get pretty artisty, and Robbie had such a straightforward, methodical approach to how you break into acting, from how you approach an audition to getting an acting coach for auditions. That was always... I like that a lot. Crystal Talian says, if you could really have powers, what would they be and why?
Teleporting, traveling sucks.
That's why you pick flying. Horse flying. Constantina Kazantzis says, Robbie...
You know how scary it would be to actually be able to fly?
Well,
Just saying.
Robbie,
What if you forgot how to do it?
do you like pizza as much as Italia does?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I can eat more of it, which helps.
Sarah Ramsey says, Robbie, how does Steven smell? Like garbage? Veronica Nunez says, did you ever get Robbie back for throwing water at you? Not yet. Angela Amon says, what is the most Canadian
That was
thing
so fun.
about each of you? Oof. I'd have to go with my two things. One, my predilection for denim, and
Yeah.
and two, when I pass people on boats, I still wave.
Oh yeah, always,
Yeah.
always. Probably my love of hockey and my general politeness.
Last one. David Capel Samuels wants to know, buddy of ours, wants to know who both of you are taking with your dollar picks in fantasy football.
Well, we don't know where we're drafting yet.
Davy's always looking for an edge because he's never won the league. Or
We're
made the
both
finals.
past champions.
Yeah.
Probably Antonio Brown. Who knows?
All right. So,
Thank you guys.
when we get to 2 million, we're gonna have a bunch of giveaways.
We have Code 8 jackets that you haven't seen yet. They're really awesome. They're black. They're custom made by a friend. We'll talk about that more when we give them away. But they're black. They say Code 8. We're going to sign them. There are only 2. They're 2 of a kind. We're going to give one away at $2 million. We're going to give away a bunch of stuff. Just like random, we're going to give away
Premier packs.
A VIP Premier. All you have to do is buy something in the campaign or have purchased something in the campaign in the past. If you have made a purchase, you are entered. On Thursday, when we launch the next postcard, we are announcing the first socks winner, hoodie winner, postcard winner, all around winner, and past campaign winner.
Yeah. Look, there aren't a lot of television shows on TV right now that people like. It's not between October and May. So and Game of Thrones hasn't started yet. So just follow along with the campaign for your daily updates. Thank you guys so much. And,
by the way, one of the scenes has already gotten bigger. One of our big set pieces with the $250,000 was already raised.
Nobody tells me shit.
Things
Is that
have got-
true?
Yeah, slightly bigger.
Awesome. Thank you
So
guys.
thank you guys. We appreciate it, and we'll see you on Thursday.
Yeah.